Thank you. Yeah, thank you. It's an honour to be here. It's an honour to be in the room here. You know, there are 2.7 million small businesses in Australia, and we're here with the best of the best. So it's an honour to be here, and congratulations to everyone. You know, our journey really started 9 years ago. I started our business from my backyard in high school. It was my mission to make motorcycling more affordable and more accessible so more people could experience what I experienced in growing up riding motorcycles. And really our mission has been to use motorcycling as a way, a platform to help young people get a clean adrenaline rush through activity, through motorcycling, rather than from drugs, crime or violence. You know, our dream really started with how do we build a bike? And as a 16-year-old in high school, I saved up some money and imported some bikes and, you know, got ripped off, lost my money, wasted a year or two. And then finally I thought, if I'm going to make this happen, I need to get my butt on a plane and go to China and meet these factories face to face and share my dream and share my vision. So I did it, and I saved up and got to Hong Kong airport, and it's still pretty Western, still pretty familiar, but I had to catch a train 3.5 hours inland to southern China. I had no interpreter, and I had to find one, and I asked this man to take me to as many motorcycle manufacturing plants as we could find. And I said, we're going to go to as many factories as we could find, and at the end of 2 weeks, we're going to choose the best deal, the best option. And I got laughed out of over 50 factories. Didn't have any money, no engineering experience, so naive, didn't know how much it cost to build a motorcycle. But you know, thank God we stuck to it. And you know, we now have our own factory. We have manufacturing partners from all around the world. We have Japanese engines, French frames, Canadian suspension. But the most important thing is we build what we believe is the best bike of its type, the best motorcycles of their type in the categories we compete in. You know, we're the only motorcycle on the planet that has lifetime warranty. We became the first production bike to win back-to-back world championships in Las Vegas. And the thing that I'm most proud of is that last year alone, we taught over 1,000 kids how to ride a motorcycle for the first time, how to use a motorcycle, an activity, as a way to get a clean adrenaline rush, you know, through action, through moving, rather than from drugs, crime or violence. Thank you. And this has been a phenomenal year. I want to thank Telstra for investing in small business, because I think that the great Australian dream has gone from owning your own home to owning your own small business. And there's plenty of small businesses out there. So I want to thank Telstra for helping us celebrate small business. And like I said, this has been a phenomenal year for us. We started our own factory, a new factory in China. We launched a whole new range of motorcycles at the World Trade Fair. We had 126 distributors from 44 different countries inquire about taking our motorcycle to their country. It's been a crazy year for us, and I thank Telstra for helping give us credibility, because I think as small business owners, we've got to punch above our weight. You know, we've got to fight as underdogs against the bigger customers, the bigger companies for our customer. And Telstra helps us share our stories, helps us give credibility, and you know, helps us fight that fight. So my advice to the people in the room tonight is to milk it for everything it's got. You know, throw that logo around, tell that story, milk it, milk it, milk it. We've got to use the credibility. And maybe one of the most powerful things that I took from this room last year was the networking. You know, I think that proximity is power. And as small business owners and leaders and aspirational employees, we've got to be willing to be misunderstood, sometimes for long periods of time, as we grow, as we create things that aren't yet real. But in this room, we are understood. You know, it's a great opportunity to network and learn and be around people who are like-minded and, you know, fighting the same battle we're all fighting. So I think proximity is power. Talk to each other, learn from each other, share ideas, do business together, and that's been really powerful for us. So my last thing is that it doesn't matter what business you're in, it doesn't matter what stage of life you're in, at some point it's going to get tough. At some point you're going to want to quit. And the secret is don't. You know, do you think that Michael Jordan would have want to quit when, you know, the high school basketball team dropped him because he lacked ability? Do you think that Walt Disney would have want to quit when the newspaper sacked him as a journalist because he lacked imagination? You know, at some point, we're all going to want to quit. And as small business owners, again, I come back to, it's our job to punch above our weight and fight as underdogs to grow and become the businesses and in line with our vision. So thank you guys for having me. Congratulations to everyone, and braaap.